So about a month ago, there was an AI theology forum in Rome, 200 attendees, and then there were 6 workshops, and then there was a healthcare workshop that I co-facilitated. We had 20 practitioners. We had physicians, theologians, health insurance executives, ethics professors, and we worked over 7 or 8 hours over 2 days, wrestling with what are the key issues with AI and healthcare. And we ended up converging on this question of what would be the final roles of humans with AI getting more and more powerful. And we ended up with some criteria that were very similar to what Allison came up with, which is situations where you need a kind of final discernment, an authority, a divine mediation. And it's obviously a Catholic forum, where non-impersonation is really critical. Even if a technology appeared human, the patient needed to know this is not a human. And then we tried to encapsulate all this into a word that was, similar to what you see in Catholic social teaching. And we came up with this phrase called the irreducible encounter. And we kind of made this fake sort of paragraph that the Vatican is free to use if they want. What we were ultimately, some of the questions that we were wrestling with is, in a human-to-human relationship, how much is what a patient perceives is actually a projection in their own mind, and how much does it really reflect something that really is going on between two embodied entities? And there's a lot of debate on that. So then we also had a practical debate. What if technology advances to where you could have a hospital with no humans at all, but it will allow you to deploy at a very low cost healthcare facilities in a developing country? Let's say you could do 100. But if someone says, an ethicist says, no, you need a person or 2, okay, well, then the cost of that hospital goes up. You can only do 20. What would you do? How would you approach that? Or if you have a nursing home and there's no one that can visit that nursing home or an elder care facility, but you have an AI robot that could be like an AI chaplain, would you allow that? And I would say, I'll just make one comment. The debate sort of fell along what your timeline was. So we had a lot of strong people, strong voices, ethicists that said, the fact that we have to make that kind of trade-off reflects a breakdown in our society. So Allison had this in her book, which is, if you sort of surrender to that kind of trade-off, you're allowing sort of the misallocation of labor and costs that have resulted in that situation. So that's one argument. But that doesn't help the individual who has a grandmother in a facility across the country who isn't being visited by anyone except for maybe one caregiver every other week, who would appreciate a little robot to chat with. So one conclusion that we had is, as we talk about these issues, we have a high level set of principles that people can maybe agree on, but we really have to have very, very contextual and specific cases to talk about to sort of further draw out, what do you do in these situations?
Beauty at Work is brought to you by Templeton Religion Trust. If you enjoyed this clip, go check out the full episode. And please take a moment to subscribe and leave us a review. It really helps get the word out about the show. Thanks, and see you next time.